I'm gonna overreact about preseason right now. Is that okay with y'all? No, but yeah, seriously, after watching the 2 preseason games we had in Japan against the Wizards, it's very encouraging. I mean, I know preseason we should take it with a grain of salt because it is only preseason. The starters are just getting back in shape, getting back in the hang of things, running plays again, getting familiar with each other, playing against new faces. But preseason is also an opportunity to just get to know your team, get to know the second unit, shrink your team from a 20-man roster to a 15-man roster, get to know your rotations, possible lineups, and it was very encouraging watching those 2 preseason games. Like I said, I'll take it with a grain of salt, but let me overreact a little bit about it because this is the only basketball we got. But no, I mean, especially going into next year, we're already being disrespected. ESPN projected us to only win 41.9 games, and that puts us at 8th in the West behind Phoenix, Denver, the New Orleans Pelicans, Memphis, Minnesota, the Clippers, and the Dallas Mavericks. We won 53 games last year, and also we won a championship. But ESPN disrespecting us, which is all good. I know it was like a stats-based projection, but let's use that as disrespect. But yeah, the preseason games were very encouraging because there's a guy that I think can be a key in the Warriors repeating next year and extending their championship window. It's James Wiseman, their 2nd overall pick in the 2020 draft. He looked really good. In his first game, he had 20 points and 9 rebounds. He was looking aggressive, healthy, explosive. Something that was encouraging to me too was just his rim running. He showed that he was in shape, that he was willing to do that even though he wasn't going to get the ball. After he got a board, kick out to the outlet, and then run. Sometimes he would get it, sometimes he would not. I was kind of wishing he would get it more, but hey, he'll get it. As long as the chemistry goes up, he gets more comfortable. But he looks more comfortable out there. Obviously he missed the year last year with his meniscus injury, but he looks aggressive, like I said. He was trying to boom it on everybody. He dunked on Kristaps. He almost dunked on Kuzma. He even hit a 3 in his last game. He looked good. Obviously, he's not a finished product, but let's chill out on calling him a bust. I know he missed last year. This year's a big year for him, but I think he will fulfill the expectations of what he can be. I mean, he's talented. He looks like a good kid. He's working hard, and he can learn with the Warriors, and I think that's what he did last year. It was a redshirt year, basically. He got to see Clay, Steph, and Draymond all on the floor together, see how Kevon Looney played with them. And I think Wiseman will definitely be in a position where next year he can be in the starting lineup. I know Kevon Looney, he fits them perfectly, but you want to use your 2nd overall pick. You want to see what James Wiseman can do. He has a high ceiling, but he also has, a floor that, can be kind of underwhelming. Like I said, in the preseason games, it was very encouraging to see what he could do out there. Like I said, the aggressiveness was there. He hit a 3. He looks better on the defensive end in terms of just not fouling that much. I mean, in his rookie year, he averaged 3.1 fouls per game, which was tied with Draymond. He was jumping at every fake. He was fouling unnecessary down there. This year, he can be a really good rim protector. He can guard the big guys. Hopefully, he can be a body that can guard Jokic, Embiid. Hopefully he can be that. If he can do that, that's going to be great. And then just him being a lob threat, just being an athlete. That's all I expect really from James Wiseman this year, is just being an athlete out there. Let's simplify his game because in his rookie year, I feel like a lot of it was forced. The Warriors don't really run offense through their bigs. And I feel like last year, or that rookie year, they did that a lot. And hopefully this year, the Warriors sees that let's use his athleticism. He's 7 foot. The wingspan is stupid. He can rim protect. He can dunk. And just be a rebounder. Provide second chance opportunities for the Warriors, which Kevon Looney did a great job. But no, yeah, I'm excited to see what James Wiseman can do this year. I hope he gets better at those stuff I just talked about. But something that really has been that I hope he really just capitalizes on is just his butterfingers. He has a problem with just holding onto the ball, catching the ball. There was a lob in the second game where it was going to be something nice. It was going to be something special. I forgot who threw it to him, but it just slipped out of his hand. I don't want to say it was an easy ball to catch because I can't catch that. I'm only 5. But he's 7 foot. He should be able to get that. And then there's a lot of times where they give him a pocket pass and it slips out of his hands. Please, James, just grab the ball one step at a time. Don't think about the move first. Think about catching the ball first and then moving. But no, he can be very good coming off the bench at first. Hopefully he can come into a starter and fulfill the expectations of being the 2nd overall pick he was. Another thing that really surprised me in the preseason games was Patrick Baldwin Jr, aka PBJ. I know he was like a late round pick. I heard his name during the year, just of him being in like top 5, top 10 mock drafts, and then he kind of dropped. He had a pretty bad year last year when it came to shooting, especially where he came from. I mean, going into college, he was a top 10, top 5 recruit. He had the offers from the Blue Bloods, Kentucky, Duke, North Carolina, Kansas. He decided to go to University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee because his dad was coaching there. And scouts were expecting that he would go off, that he would have a big year, average 20 plus, and he didn't. I mean, it was pretty underwhelming. He only averaged 12 points, 6 rebounds, 1.5 assists, shooting 27% from 3 and 34% from the field. Very underwhelming, especially for a top 10 recruit playing in the Horizon League where he should be for sure dominating. But let's not forget, I mean, he went through a lot this year. He went through a lot that year. He was dealing with a nagging ankle injury, and he re-aggravated. He only played 11 games. Let's use that year as an anomaly year, I guess. And the league is dead wrong for letting the Warriors draft him that late in the draft, because he definitely has potential. And when I saw him in the preseason games, he was playing really well. He was hitting open threes, good looks, playing with a lot of high IQ. He wasn't out there just slinging. I mean, he has the potential of being a great scorer. He already is a great scorer. He can be a good 3-level scorer in the league, but he wasn't out there just being inefficient, taking bad shots, forcing it on offense. He was playing really smart, playing within the flow of things. You know, it's very encouraging. And also on the defensive end, I know there's questions about his defense. Yes, he was playing against second units and guys trying to make the team, but he was doing good contests, playing with some defensive intelligence. He was playing really well on that end too as well. I mean, before these preseason games, my boy was asking me like, what do you think about Patrick Baldwin? Before I saw him play in preseason, I was just like, I don't know if he'll play. I don't know if he'll get many minutes. He'll probably play G League because it's gonna be hard. I mean, this team is very deep, and at this position, you got Moody, Kuminga, JaMychal Green. Those are the guys in second unit. But after watching this, I mean, he has the skill set to be in the floor with this Warriors team. He can play stretch 4. He can play the 3. He has a very pretty shot. I mean, he can shoot with range. I definitely feel like he's good enough and deserves to have some time. I don't know when he'll play. I don't know how Steve Kerr will implement him. But I mean, it's a good problem, I guess. I'm not Steve Kerr. I'm not the coach, so that's not my responsibility. But hopefully Steve can figure it out, because he definitely has high potential in this league. I mean, out of floor, I believe he'll be a good starter in this league, but as a ceiling, he could maybe be an all-star. But he's definitely an NBA player, like a good NBA player. He can be a good NBA player.
I want to be an NBA player.
He has the potential. He has the tools. And the league is dead wrong for letting us draft Patrick Baldwin. Because, yes, like I said, he had a bad year in his freshman year, but, I mean, he has the tools to be great. I mean, he's 6'10". And when you watch the interviews, he looks like a good kid. You know, he looks like he's open to learning. And, you know, he looks like he's going to be a sponge. He's going to learn under Clay, Draymond, Steph. You know, like I said, him, along with James Wiseman, they extend this window. Along with the other players they have. They also have Moody, who probably would be a big role this year. We lost Otto Porter, GP2. So he's going to be important in the wing. He looked good in preseason, hitting some threes, attacking the rim, playing good defense. Summer League, he led Summer League in scoring per game. He played 2 games and he didn't look like he belonged on the floor. He looked really good. Kuminga, that's the thing with second unit, I'm not sure, because Kuminga deserves playing time too. He has a lot of potential. He was our 7th pick. I see him more playing as a 4. The handle's not there yet. The shot's still inconsistent. It's still a work in progress, but the athleticism is there. He can defend. He can play. Definitely belongs on the floor. And then you still got Poole, obviously. He's going to get the bag. I'll talk about that in another video. But yeah, that's something else we can talk about that. And then Dante DiVincenzo looked pretty good in preseason too, in those 2 preseason games too as well. Picking up, applying defensive pressure, kind of the replacement of GP2. I don't think he can replicate what GP2 did on the defensive end for us. But he can apply pressure. He can guard. And then something that GP2 can't do that Dante DiVincenzo can is that he can shoot the ball. He has some shot creation. Let's not forget that he was a solid piece for that Milwaukee team. It's just that he had injuries. He was struggling with injuries the last 2 years. But I'm excited to see what Dante DiVincenzo can do. But yeah, you know, it's gonna be exciting going into the year. That's all I have for this video. Like I said in the last video, I'm excited for the season to come. I've been watching these preseason games, and that's the only basketball we have right now. But yeah, I'm excited about that. So let me overreact. If I'm overreacting about it, let me overreact. But yeah, please like and subscribe. It will help me grow the channel. You know, your support is very much appreciated. But yeah, until next time, peace.